Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. Today I'm in a really good mood, I am, because we have done something really important in this area that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and now it's finally finished. That's right. If you have a look around here, there are a few clues. So last episode we did the slime block elevator, and that made me realise that this floor was pretty much done, right? We built the entire thing. All I needed to do was tidy up these chests that I had lying around, so I've gotten rid of those. Chicken? No chicken. Yeah, I tidied up all of the chests. I went round to different parts of the base, picked up all those chests that get left behind from projects and stuff, and I have sorted this sorting system like entirely now. It is done. It is finito. There's one thing that I might want to do, which is migrate a few items from over on that side, which we'll talk about in a moment, and put them in these chests right here, because I forgot that these ones aren't actually used by the filter system, so on either side we have a few extra bits and bobs lying around. But anyway, this thing right here has been fully organised, everything has been integrated into it. So I wanted to show you each of these chests, because I know some of you want to see this stuff, like we've got all the foodstuffs in here, and there's lots of items that just come through this and don't get sorted. So now all of them do, and I think like all but one chest is organised. So you can see this is the way that I've laid it out. And yeah, this chest right here is full of the sort of stuff that clogs up the output chest. So it's good that we've finally taken care of that. All of our glass is nicely organised, and I think, there you go, we've got dyes. I think wool, this chest right here, is the only thing that needs to be organised now. And I know this isn't terribly interesting to all of you, but I know some of you want to see it as well. So I'm going to flick through all of these chests quickly, and you can see how we've like captured so many different items that are available in the game and put them into these chests. Is really good. I do love this system. It is literally a case of emptying your inventory into one chest and then you don't have to worry about it, which is really cool. So all of that stuff has been sorted out, and now I'm left with one more job to do, which is my ender chest. We'll come back to that in just a second, because I want to run around here quickly and show you what I put on this side. So there's a lot of stuff in the game that doesn't really sort of fit into the system. For example, items that can't be sorted, like minecarts. I mean, imagine there probably is a way to sort individual items, but not one that I'm aware of. I know there's a method using zombies, but I don't really want to use that. Anyway, other items that don't sort of fit into anything else, or you know, ones that you get from farms, and over here like bulk of paper is just going to fill up space in that sorting system. So all that stuff has come round to this side over here. Now this chest I really like. This is what I'm going to call the mementos chest. So in here we have like unique items that we've picked up playing on the server. So we've got like books from pranks and events on the server, we've got the skulls of other players, and just little things that are left over like the Easter egg from Mumbo's Easter hunt, and I'd love to fill that up with more stuff. In fact, I was kind of disappointed because I held on to all of my mementos and I thought there would have been a lot more than that, but apparently that's all I've got. Over here we've got enchanted books, which we're going to use in a future project, so that might not stay there, and then the rest are kind of self-explanatory. This one over here, by the way, loads of, well, they're supposed to be looting swords. There you go, looting free, that we get from the gold farm. And I got my armor over here. That's one of the things that's going to be moved back over to this side. But I'm happy that it's done, and we don't need to talk about this again. I've probably said that many times, but it really is done now. And so the only thing I'm left to do with is the ender chest. So last weekend I made a video, the essential ender chest video, and that was made after I was inspired by playing on here and forever travelling back and forth up here to pick items out of my redstone chest. And so then I thought, do you know what, I've got this ender chest, I need to make it more useful, and that's when I made the video. So if you haven't seen the video, of course, be sure to check it out. There's a link down there in the description box for you. But the last thing that we're going to do now is configure my ender chest to make it useful. So I'm going to take everything here out, I'm going to sort it away, and then reorganize my ender chest, and we're going to try and make it as useful as possible. So this is the configuration that I've gone for. We have our Silk Touch and Fortune pick over here. Now I didn't include this in the video. I did mention Fortune a couple of times, but loads of people said that would be a really good thing to put in the ender chest, and I completely agree. In fact, there were so many good suggestions, I have been thinking about making a follow-up video with some even more useful things you can do with the ender chest. But anyway, we've got those right there. Now we've got the basics, we've got cobble, iron, redstone and spruce wood right here, and I've also decided to include a stack of stone because both of those are useful for crafting. But here's the thing, the iron expands into 9 stacks, so does the redstone, and the wood goes into 4 stacks of wood logs. So I figured it's not much in comparison to 1 stack of cobble, is it? So we'd have 2 of those, and that'd be quite useful. Then we've got a block of coal. I was tempted to go with blaze rods, but you know, you can make torches with these, and then the rest is kind of self-explanatory. We've got the books and the lapis for enchanting, And yeah, you can see all the choices that I made there, so I'm happy with that. There is one thing missing from this though, and that is of course more ender chests, which I don't think we have any left anywhere. Yeah, when we prepared for the wither fight, I think I used the last of my ender chests over there. So now what we're going to do is, of course, put some in here. But the thing is, I've got a stack of everything else. So I'm very tempted to make a stack of ender chests. I'm going to go look for some obsidian, and depending on my tolerance for mining it, I might make a stack of ender chests. It's a little bit ridiculous, but we'll probably never run out after that. So I decided to go for it. And here we are, about 30 minutes later, I've got ourselves the 8 stacks. There they all are, and a little bit left over as well, getting carried away there. And now we just got to torch up the rest of it. But it's always interesting to see, you can sort of see where the lava lakes flow through underground. And I just want to make sure that they're all lit up, because we're going to do a little bit of caving now, I think. Let's increase the rates of the witch farm, I thought. We've already sort of started on that. As you can see, I've been torching up this area, and I found a couple of little like caves that lead off into other cave systems. I don't know if this is going to lead anywhere, but there's tons of spaces that can be lit up, and quite a few mobs in them. I've been hearing them around the place while I've been mining the lava, and here you can see there's a few more, and quite a lot of bats as well, actually. You've got 3 in front of us right there. I wonder if they can spawn in groups like hostile mobs do. Who knows? Yeah, so that's the next course of action, is to go around torching the place up. Let's just put one up there, because it looks like there's a spot at the back where one might be able to spawn. Oh, this guy, man, go away. Following me all the way over here. Oh, and that arrow could have actually hit us. In fact, can it still hit us? Let's find out. Yes. The answer is yes, it can still hit us. Amazing. So yeah, I'm going to do some caving. So I've been caving for a while, used about 6 or 7 stacks of torches, got us some lapis. These were the diamonds we found when we were getting the obsidian, so nothing too great today. And I didn't feel like collecting any of the redstone either. There's quite a lot of that around, but with the redstone farm it seems kind of pointless. And I went way out in that direction, so I don't think we made the biggest difference to the witch farm. But anyway, there's something that I want to do now, and that is clear out a little bit of the space for future floors down below. I was thinking about how much digging that's going to be, and then I remembered that we have recently acquired some explosive power through gunpowder right here, and we should probably take a trip to the desert and get ourselves some sand, get some TNT going, do a little bit of chained explosives, and clear out some space down there. And Tango's joined, and Impulse is on as well. I'll say hello to those guys in a second. So yeah, now we're going to have a little bit of fun with TNT. So we're going to take a trip over to the desert, which is kind of what I just said, isn't it? And here we are in the Mesa Desert area, which the traditional portal for is over back in that direction. So I decided to come out to where we've been mining up to, and then I came a little bit further as well, because eventually all of this stuff is going to get mined past. That kind of made sense to come out a little bit further. So in the process of setting up a nether portal on the other side, I realised that we are near the squid farm now. So I went looking for that, and I spotted this thing up in the sky. Now at first I just saw the very front of it, and it almost looked like floating blocks. So I came out here a little bit further, and then I saw the pillar, and I thought, what on earth is that thing? I'm going to have to investigate that at some time. I want to go back to the base at the moment, but I have no idea what that is. It looks like an iron farm. That's definitely not the spawn chunks over there. And, oh, we found Squidfall. So this is where it is. Aha, okay. So we are actually really close to it. I didn't realise how close it was. I love this farm, by the way. It's so cool. Such a derpy and weird looking thing. And we got the floating guardians as well. It looks like one of them's gone missing from over on that side, which is unfortunate. So yeah, back there is almost looks like a beacon beam. Something dark anyway that leads up. I'm going to have to go investigate that, that's for sure. Anyway, getting distracted, let's head back over here because I want to move back the sand. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to take several trips back and forth. I want to make it easier to move these items back to our base. So here's what I've done. We've got 3 minecart chests of sand, and we're going to send them through the portal like this. And this is actually going to go all the way back to our base. So I've modified some of the tracks, and that's going to make our life a lot easier. So let's hope that they go through correctly and jump onto the tracks on the other side. Yes, and they whiz off because they're all grouped together, and they're doing that glitchy derpy thing. Oh, and that's the squid portal, by the way. So I was pushing them along like this, and then the 2 in front just shot off, and I thought we might not see them again, but they have actually made their way over here. So what I've done is I've modified this so that it goes around the corner here, or down there first of all, and it drops down the little area we have to get up and down. So Oh, it looks like one of them did go all the way across the track. We just got these two following. Yes, and then they drop down. So let's follow them down. Not all the way though. And then they land on that bit of track right there. Now they're all grouped up together. And we can give them a little nudge. And this little track goes all the way back to our base. You may remember it from where we were moving loads of materials from our old base to our new one. So that turned out to be extremely convenient. And that way we can get them all back to our base. And here we are back at base with a temporary nether portal. Since I took down the one we had last episode, there's no nether portals in this area, so putting it here next to the sand seemed like a good idea. And they just lined themselves up perfectly, didn't they? Over here you can see we don't actually have that much gunpowder. I think that we're going to have to take a trip to the Quad Witch Farm and get ourselves some more, because I just want to craft all this stuff and get a ridiculous amount of TNT right now. I think in total all we have is like less than a stack. Oh, just over a stack, so we're definitely going to need to craft a lot more than that. So here is the witch hut, and tucked behind it is Python's base, or the portal to it. I really like this tunnel, it's so cool. Lovely and colourful with the flowers, and just really nicely put together. That's really awesome, I do like that. I'll tell you what, this area down here definitely needs the cobblestone box removed at this point. That is seriously cool. Anyway, let's hop through here and get that gunpowder. Okay, it's time for us to play with our favourite, the TNT. I got my flint and steel in one hand. In 1.9 I'll have TNT in the other one as well. We've got to be careful with how we do this though. I've just realised that we're going to be quite close to the ceiling. We don't want to blow up these sea lanterns and stuff like that. And if we go too far down, it's going to make it difficult to clear the ceiling with our pick, because the distance between the ceiling and the floor is quite big. So those factors are going to make the TNT a little bit awkward. I think in general this would actually be faster just to use the instant mine, because I probably could have cleared out all of this area by now. But whatever, let's do this one over here. It shouldn't ignite any of the others. These are just little tunnels. There's 5 blocks of air between each leaf and TNT, and they go off in a chain reaction like that. And that's kind of brilliant because it didn't appear to destroy any of the sea lanterns up above. However, the last one didn't ignite. The leaves got destroyed though. That's interesting. And there goes that little area down there. And let's do these 3 all at once. Let's get a big old explosion going on. I'm going to stand over here and hold block. Okay, a sea lantern survived. It's kind of hard to tell if anything didn't survive. Interesting that those ones didn't chain. Kaboom. Right, and they didn't chain again. Fascinating. Oh, I think this one got chained from the side. I don't know what's going on there. There's one piece left at the end there, but this looks good because I do believe that sea lantern is the... Yes, the lighting from the floor above. What we should see is the next one will be over to the left slightly. Yes, that's good. That's very good. And then what's above these blocks is the floor. And we want this layer of stone right here because we've got gravel up there and that will fall down. And apparently I've blown up my ladder. But you know what gravel looks like. It's above here. and yeah, this is going to make it nice and easy now. In fact, what we could probably do is put TNT in the ground. If I just clear this bit out right here, then we've got our roof done at the correct height. And we can blow up the land down below. Okay, now the real fun begins. That's right, let's do this. We're going to walk across. I've done this before a few times, and I can't remember if they're going to chain. I don't think they will. They're all kind of isolated. And where there's dirt, like over here, it's going to blow out a lot more. Awesome, I love using TNT. This is actually going to be really efficient, and I was thinking, not only is it fun, but it does save a little bit of the pick usage as well, which can be expensive. Maybe. It's more likely to take up time enchanting stuff. And yes, the sea lantern got destroyed, don't worry about it. They're not the rarest material in the game. We can replace that easily, thanks to XP. Oh, no, let me go. Oh, I've set myself on fire. That almost went horribly wrong. Luckily, we're still alive. Oh, good stuff. It's always fun doing TNT. There we go. Oh, and we destroyed some more. Don't worry, easily replaceable. And yes, that's the next level cleared out. Well, not all of it. That's some of it. I don't know. I was just trying to sign off. Right. Signing off for this clip. So I'm sure this would have been a lot quicker if I had instant mined it. I think the time it took me to clear all of this out, I could have done it with the pick. But yeah, TNT is fun. We've said that too many times. So what we're going to do is strafe sideways and click on each of these. We're also going to press F3 and align ourselves a little bit here. I want to be as close to... That'll do right there. 180 or minus 180. Oh, it's going to be fast because we're moving quick. I hope this doesn't do any damage because I could have done something incorrectly somewhere. Okay, is that it? No. Oh, I set that thing on fire. Quick, blow up. Ah! Oh, I didn't get into a good position to check it all out, did I? But we can see the damage. Oh, yes. Yes, we can. Let's hop up here and have a look. Yeah, that did the job nice. Looks like this bit didn't go off, though. And with the exception of that and this one, I think they all went off, which is really good. And we destroyed some more sea lanterns. Brilliant. And found a cave entrance as well. That'll be a cue for me to do a little bit more caving, I think. Light up all these caves, stop all these mobs spawning. Get them spawning in our witch farm. Kind of looks like I've been down here before. Actually, isn't this where water would flow? It would create cobblestone. I'm not sure what's going on there. So there we go, another floor cleared out and ready for use. We're probably not actually going to be building in here for a while, but I just felt like, you know, using some TNT, doing some digging today and getting this all prepared. Now the shape of the floor might not even use all of this space that we've dug out, especially in the corners here, because that's sort of further away from this bit. But it's good, you know, it's cleared out, it's ready to go kind of thing. And the last bit that I was doing was just putting in some of the wood that we're going to use here. So each floor we use a different type of wood. This one's going to be oak. There's also another colour in between, which is blue, and none of that stuff, like, really has any sort of plan or design. It's just like, okay, we'll make the first one red, then green, now blue, there'll be something else down below. And for this floor, I was thinking about using a little bit of jungle wood fences. I was going to put them all in, but then I realised that we need to put extra oak down like this, which is what I've forgotten about, and on the top there as well, so it all meets up as it goes around. And recently I've been thinking, why on earth have I never built a automatic tree farm, like with a wither or even one of those ones just built out of redstone? I've sort of always resisted building them for some reason, and just chopping down trees time and time again. I must have made about 4 or 5 trips up to the surface to just grow some trees with bone meal and chop them down. And I think it's about time I did something a little bit automated. I like doing that stuff, and I don't know why I haven't done it with wood, because we use this stuff all the time for crafting hoppers, for crafting chests, you know, so much stuff uses wood. I think it's about time we made things a little bit easy for ourselves. So maybe that's a project that'll go on this floor right here. I'm certainly going to start thinking about when we will do that, and I need to pick out a design and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think a tree farm is in order in the near future. But as of right now, there's just 1 or 2 more little things that I want to do. And one of those things is more caving, because we found a couple of cave entrances. One of the things that's really useful is the beacon range and the effects that it applies on you, because as I'm caving I can kind of tell how far away I am from them when the beacon effects run out. So if I had to go back in that direction a fair bit, then they would pop back on, which is cool. So I'm now sort of thinking, hey, since we're doing a bit of caving, since we're starting to get to that in our base, which is one of the things you usually do straight away, maybe we'll put in the other beacons and then we'll have all of them in place, and whenever we go caving we'll know if we're in range of the base or not. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say about this. I spotted it a moment ago. There was some water right in here. I used a torch to get rid of it, and when I looked down into this little cave there were just tons and tons of guys holding what looked like swords. They're actually bones, and so we found a bunch of zombies here that have been spawning, and other things have died, and they basically stayed in the world because they've picked up items. And this is a source of lag, but also it can, I think, decrease the spawn rates. When you give a mob a name tag, it's no longer part of the mob cap. I can't remember if one that's picked up an item anyway is part of it or not. My memory is terrible, isn't it? You know that. So that's it, all of the beacons in place, and I'm reminded of the horrors of when I did this on the last Hermitcraft season, where it wasn't just 4 like this. There was then another ring around the outside, which I think is an additional 10 sets of beacons, which is absolutely crazy. And that's all of our beacons that we have used up. However, we get to take away the one in the middle, because all of this should overlap if I've done it correctly. If I haven't, I'll probably cry. But what we're going to do is come back here to the middle and just take these out quickly and see if we still have all of the effects. And that means now that when we get caving, we can sort of tell where we are if we're in proximity to this area. by having those effects on us, which is going to be extremely useful. Actually, a really good trick right there for telling how far away you are from something. In fact, if you needed it for a smaller radius, you could reduce the beacon size, and then you would know how far away you were from that point when you're underground caving. Or of course you can use F3. Anyway, let's have a look. Yep, we are still getting all of the effects, which means this has worked really well, except we're not technically in the direct middle. Somewhere around here. Yeah, of course, this is the direct middle, because that's the whole point of this base, is that thing is in the very middle. Brilliant. Anyway, that is going to be it from me this episode of Hermitcraft. Do hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a kind of bits and bobs episode instead of focusing on one particular thing, which was nice. We made a lot of progress with a fair few things, which was cool. And don't forget to check out the Essential Enderchest video if you haven't seen it already. There'll be a link down there in the description box. But that's it from me. So as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.